Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Mandy. I'm a tarot card reader, and today I'm going to do a reading on Russia. Now, I've heard that millions of Russians, I've written it down here, millions of Russians uprise in the streets of the Kremlin. Now, they have been hitting targets within the Russian border, like airspaces, uh, arms depot and runways, the aeroplanes, to the bomber aeroplanes. So really, they're really scaring the Russian people, and they're uprising in the streets of, oh dear, in the streets of the Kremlin. So I'm doing a tarot reading on that and see what the tarot have to say. They're teaching them in schools now about how they should fight for the motherland, because they want to sign them up before they even leave school to go into the army and become cannon fodder. The people are uprising now. They're afraid. It's coming home to the Russians. This is Freya. This is Freya. Yeah, come on now, Freya. Let me say hello. Yeah. She's a whippet cross Jack Russell. No, she was America, really. And she was born in a rabbit hole to top it off. Okay, let's do this. What do the cards have to tell us about the uprising in Russia, in the streets of the Kremlin? Millions of uprising in the streets of the Kremlin. Okay, done it. Stop there. Okay. So, it's bless them, they're caught up in red tape. And it's unfair. So I've just this reversed. What card do I have with that? Things have turned sour. It's run its course. They don't like the greed anymore. They want to move away from the greed. It's all fair and dishonest. Unfair and dishonest. They realise. This is karma. There's a movement. It's a turning point and change. Things are becoming unstable now in Russia. There's no work, no employment. The only way they can get employment is they can send their sons off to war. And that's the only way they get money. It's this silence on the government. It's instability, inconstancy. They want to be put in the picture more. And this is an enforced change. And a new beginning. A liberation. Death card. It's not a bad card. It's a good card. And it's overriding this, it's the overriding message on this. It's like covering it, you know, crowning this reading. An enforced change. And bring courage and power. And break your power, but bless your hearts. This is what you have to do. You have to be courageous and take back your power and subdue your inner demons. This is in the near future. Strength. Strength in numbers. No matter what. The light and the togetherness, this movement, and a oneness. Millions of you. There's strength in that. And it's like there'd be compassion. I mean, let's be honest. Surely, somehow you must be able to get hold of some weapons. I don't know what I mean. It's like, are you unarmed? Are you powerless? Because this card says you power and you've got strength in numbers. They did it. They did it in America, didn't they? In the capital. They've put attention to detail in this. This is the external influences. You know, they thought it through. They planned it properly. And I think it could be being driven by a woman. An intelligent woman. Who's better as well. And she's organised. See, the problem is the money. They see that this is a one-sided thing, and it's condescending, right? And and it's just so selfish. So this is the internal. Did it wrong, right? So that's the internal, and this is the external. This is the reason why they've done this. It's not fair. They know this, and they're in debt, and all the money's going to the war. You know, and this is what they're uprising for. They're like, no more. Enough's enough now. You know, they're in debt. They're hungry. They need to feed their kids. They need to live a normal life. Because they're discontent. There you are. They fear that there's never going to be any different, and this is what it's always going to be like. Because he's self-absorbed, and they're feeling left out. And damn right they should, because they are. You know, they don't want it. They want. It's like, is this all there is? Is this all there is? No, this is not good enough. Our sons are going out to war and they're dying. For what? For his ego? So there's a spy in the camp in the Kremlin. Alright? It's from within. You know what I mean? There was no men on the roof of the picture. I looked at that. So it's still in the streets of the Kremlin. And it's been organised by an intelligent woman because it's one-sided and they don't want to be one-sided anymore, given to the weapons of mass destruction. What about them? They're discontent. No, they're discontent and they're standing up and they're saying no more because it's really emotional. Their emotions, their emotional health is overflowing. They want to change. They want a new beginning. This is too emotional. And now they're angry. And it's imbalance and it's going to be volatile. And there's an excess of people. They just gone for it. They've just gone for it. They're like, that's enough now. You know, there's bombing going on within the borders of Russia now. They're hitting the weapons bases, you know, arms bases. And they're walking away. They want to walk away and leave. They want to leave Russia. Leave it all behind. That's why they've took to the streets. They want to leave. They've had enough now. They're like, no, we're not staying here. So would that be the oligarchs as well? Because it's within the streets of the Kremlin. I imagine that's where all the money people live. In Russia. You know. Yeah, they want to go and just get out of there. Rest. Get away. Go find a new life. Go find a new life. The Eight of Cups and the Hermit. You know, they want to seek solitude and peace and truth. Because they've been feeling weighed down. They're feeling weighed down and no confidence. This is like they feel weighed down. They need to rethink, but they need to maybe every now and again gather up together, regroup, rethink. This conflict to avoid conflict. They've lost their individuality. They want to avoid the conflict. They want to avoid conflict. They really do. It's not their fault, and they're going to travel, take a risk. They're taking a risk. They know they're taking a risk, and they're just going to chase their adventure and find a new life. I mean, there's other places they can go within Europe, on the borders, just over the borders. They've done nothing wrong. There's no reason anybody would close their doors to them. You know, that we would open our arms to them. It's not their fault. Right, okay. They see it as a no-win situation. There's been strife and arguments and tension and betrayal. They've been betrayed. And they see it as a no-win situation. No victory. It was misguided passion, conceit and ignorance, hidden agendas. And then now they're listening to their own inner voices. And that inner voice is saying, move, get out. There could be problems ahead. They're dwelling on past hurts. Oh, I hope they get out. I hope they do. There could be some problems ahead. And they're going to have to defend themselves and take courage under fire to protect themselves. But they have strength in reserve. Okay. We see they're in debt and it's all one-sided charity. We have the King of Pentacles, who is a controller, powerful person who discipline. Maybe they're going to get money to them I don't know. What's this King of Pentacles next to the Nine of Wands? Nine of Wands is next to the arguments and discord ahead, where you're going to defend your territory and you're going to have courage under fire to protect what's your own, which is your sons. So you're going to take control. They're going to take control. They're going to be brave. and have courage in conflicts and take sudden action because they are thriving on change. They have opinion. They have opinions. There's a fly. She's trying to catch a fly. See? Look there. Right. So they need to take control and be disciplined. And they need to pull their money together. And because money talks. I don't know what that's all about, but he's got someone needs to be disciplined, and they're going to be brave and have courage in conflict. Okay? They're standing up for themselves. They're standing up for themselves. Because they don't like the low energy anymore. That feeling, that's emotion, they feel so low, emotionally low. There's nothing left. And this will be a positive change. And there will be calm after a difficult phase, and they need to follow their aspirations and be optimistic about the future. Okay, there's positive changes ahead. Yeah. Shall I leave it there? Let me see what's on the bottom. Oh. Wow. Yeah. Your foundations. You're building your foundations right now. You're saying what you want. This is your boundaries. I mean, you know what I mean? To just take a rest. Rest before the next stage. So there's a strong foundation and a strong community. This is, you know what I mean? This you're all together on this. You all joined in a united. You're united in a oneness, like that. One belief, one force behind you. You all want the same thing. You're all on the same level. And this is good. And you need to call in the angels to help you. You know. Right, so I've got these cards. And I haven't used them on here yet. They're called career and life cards. So, a career and life cards for the Russians who are uprising in the Kremlin. Don't try not to get involved in anybody else's drama. Just keep the flow, united. Careful who you trust. Right? That was that card. That fell out when I was shuffling. So careful who you trust. Someone might be behind you listening, and they might not be trustworthy. This is within the streets of the Kremlin. But the future, you plan for the future while living in the present. You are always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. You've had an awakening. And you know it's time now. To not wait for it to come, because it's not going to be over and done with, you know, tomorrow. Tomorrow your son might be taken away into war. So you have gone outside. You will need to climb steadily to reach your goals. This position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. So then we've got adventure there. You're making exciting moves outside. It's going to take you on a trip. And you need to climb steadily to reach your financial goals. So that's going to trickle in. You know you're going to be a little bit, your finances are frozen. You're going to be frozen for a while. There's a shortage of money. Don't be aloof. It can leave you out in the cold. So a warm get together will get you in the door. So don't be aloof. Don't be jealous of others who might, get it before you. I don't know, I don't understand. Okay, come on. A life card for life. Advice now for the now. Give me some advice for those of uprising. There you go. Direction. Your purpose is unfolding slowly, step by step, as you go along. There's no need to hurry or worry. You are being divinely guided. Okay? So there you are. Godspeed ahead. Look after yourself and your sons. God bless you. Take care.